So today I'm going to talk to you about 3 different dApps that nobody's talking about. Now the first one you will be aware of if you've been following my channel at all, but practically no one's talking about it. I figured I would go ahead and give you an update since there is an update. And I got an update for all 3 of these. 2 of these I don't think I've mentioned at all on my channel, and almost nobody else has at all mentioned these dApps. First things, Rocket Games. Many of you know that I was messing around with Rocket Games, and I talked about it some yesterday, and I'll link that video above. But I was talking about Rocket Games some yesterday, and I didn't really hit on it a lot. I did know that the divs were up. I thought it might be a fluke, but it looks like they're going to be up again. Check this out. Just last week when I was talking about this, divs were running like 50,000 Tron in the dividend pool. Yesterday, I think we ended up at 120,000 or 160. I forget what it was when I made the video. But today we're already at 172,000. I mean, we got 8 hours to go. This div pool grows slow because the edge, I mean, Rocket Games have some of the lowest edge across all their games that I've probably seen in the space as far as the gaming dApps. But 172,000, I have no idea who's playing this. I don't know if it's getting promoted overseas. I've not seen hardly any YouTubers talking about it. I learned about it from Steamy Coins, which is a young YouTube channel. I mean, the guy's got like, I mean, I don't know if he even has 300 subscribers. He might now because he's putting out content consistently. He's going to grow a good channel probably in the dApp space. But, you know, I happened to I literally searched dApps just to see what was out there a couple weeks ago. And on YouTube, you can narrow down. I put dApps in the past 24 hours just because I want to see what people were talking about. And his video happened to show up. That's how you can find undiscovered content, by the way, on YouTube. There's a ninja trick for you. But last night, I was sitting at 350,000 Tron. And last night, I was just over here playing. And I couldn't believe it. Like, I mean, I just couldn't believe it. I got incredibly lucky. But I'm in the positive on Rockets is the game I was playing. Oh yeah, one more funny thing about this jackpot, and they have a chat, and I posted a question in the chat. I don't know if anyone responded. Let's see. I'm not seeing if anyone responded to my chat. I posted a question in the chat because I don't understand, like, this thing was up to 130 something thousand, and it got up to 3,000. I think they've loosened how you can win. I think it's much easier to win now. It got up to 3,000, and then it's been won, and it was back down to 300 last night. I wish they went back to that 130 something thousand. I don't care if it's a long shot. I don't think most people play these games for jackpots. So I just love the idea that the jackpot could grow and you have a long shot to win it essentially. But last night I was mining playing Rockets, and as you can see, I ran well. I was actually down about 2,000 Tron on Rockets. I'm up 437, and I was basically just mining with a little bit of gambling. The strategy that I was using was so you can see it's at 400. I had it at 100. By the way, their auto bet is the best. Now I've got 2 more dApps after this. As soon as I'm done covering Rocket Games, I'm going to go on to another one, a Rocket game. But just to tell you what I was doing last night, I would go to 100. This is just what I was doing. It doesn't make any difference. This isn't a super special strategy. I just like to mine, and I always do a little bit of gamble, attempting to mine cheap like I did last night. I actually made a little bit of Tron, and I mined, you know, 160,000 rockets. So I just came at 197% chance to win, low, and I just ran it. And on a loss, stop auto bet, which is awesome. And I just ran it. And whenever I would lose, which obviously at 97%, that's super loud. Sorry about that. There's a volume up here somewhere. I'll stop it so it doesn't do, it's gonna do it one more time. I'm not seeing the volume right now, but anyway, whenever I would lose, I would just move it to 88%. I would times it by 2. And all you gotta do is win 5 bets to basically get back your losses on the previous 97% 100 TRX. Because I think you get like 23 if you win that. If I lost it, then I basically was just watching my profit. And if I was in a little bit of profit or whatever, or I made up a lot of ground, I might just cut back to 100 and keep going. A couple times I doubled one more time, which is why I was starting at such a slow increment bet. And then I would do like a 66%, and I would just literally, I wouldn't auto bet, I would manually bet and just do one roll to see if I could hit it. If not, I just started back at 100 and started kind of rebuilding from there. And that's just kind of how I mined, and I just got lucky. That's the bottom line. You can see I'm running above average luck. That's it. But I'm glad I did, because I've got I mean, holy smokes. I mean, these divs, I was originally just trying to get 10 TRX a day, and now here I'm getting 100. And I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you that I was tempted to be like, I wonder if I can get this to 1 million. Can I get it to like 3 million? I mean, if you get it to, if you got this to 3 million rockets right now, you'd be getting about, 1% of this, which is 1,700 TRX a day. That would be crazy. But I think it's possible if you've got the stack, or you get a little bit lucky, I guess. But the problem is, what gets you in trouble in all these dApps is you start doing more gambling than mining, and you want to be the miner and let everybody else be the gambler, in theory, if you have good self-discipline. And the easiest way is you're like, you know what? I got 6,000 Tron sitting here. I want to use 1,000, put it to 100, 97%, and just roll it until 1,000's gone. And when 1,000's gone, then you stop. You've invested 1,000. Hopefully you've mined a good chunk of rockets. You freeze them. You keep going. Or if you have, 60,000 and you want to, invest 10,000, whatever. That's the absolute lowest statistical, cheapest way you're going to get your rocket tokens. But that's rocket. Let's go on to the next one. By the way, Rocket came out with some new games. Oh, let me hit on this. I was playing their Jacks Are Better last night, and I played well at that. If you just there are people who love Jacks Are Better, and there's not a lot of places to play it anymore. This is awesome. Their minimum bet is 10. So if you just want to play Jacks Are Better, and based on their payout tables, they have the low edge version. I think it's 1%, which is like the lowest you can get Jacks Are Better. Where's it at? Yep, 1%. So they have a mega low edge at Jacks Are Better. If that's your game and you like to play it, this is definitely the place to play it. All right, one more thing. I've also noticed that this is the time of the day that they normally have the lowest amount of people online. So I think there's definitely either a European following or there's a large Asian following. I'm not sure. But this is the time of the day that they have the lowest amount online. When I started following this, I think it was like 80 and 90, 91. So the increase in players and the total bets were about 1 million plus total bets. So these numbers match up with a higher dividend pool for sure. I mean, Rocket Game, I think, is a sleeper. Nobody's talking about it. All right, so let's keep going. Next up is Tron. Now, I've not talked about Tron because I really didn't like it. I mean, there's not a whole lot to like here. I don't think there's any new games yet. They got Dice and Rocket. I don't even know what Rocket is. I just mined it again. Just going to get 10 TRX a day was my plan. I just mined it a few days ago. Yesterday, I come down, hadn't paid attention to it at all, and I was like, wow, look at these divs. This is the first day when I got 10. And the divs have been steady. And then yesterday, for whatever reason, the div pools went nuts yesterday. It seems like every website, the divs were high yesterday. It was 73 Tron yesterday. So needless to say, I'm tempted to mine this one a little bit more, but I don't think they don't have anything here. The white paper doesn't look that great. They don't have anything really here. Next up, we'll talk about Solo Link. By the way, I love that they show you this at least, and they pay you directly. And I only have 100. By the way, I only have 140,000 frozen, but they're expensive to mine. They're 7 Tron to mine 1, so they seem pretty expensive to mine, but it's paying well, and I think it's just because there's so few mined. There's 1.2 million out of 10 million mined. By the way, the 10 million is 10 million for stage 1. After stage 1, it's 1 million each stage. So we'll see if they ever make it through stage 1. If who cares? I'll just keep doing my withdrawals. Next up, let's talk about the next one, and the final one is Solo Link. So I saw Trevon talk about this the other day, and I thought, look at that. He's talking about Solo Link, because I'd already been messing with Solo Link, but he was talking about the IOST version. I don't mess with IOST for now. I mean, I just don't. I'm not in love with it, so I don't mess with it. Interesting thing about them is they have a burn. They're one of the only dApps that's outside of Tron WoW, which I think their burn was a scam, but they have an auction that's kind of a burn. Right now, you can bid. I don't fully understand how the auction works. I tried to bid on it once. You have to have unfrozen SOLs. That's their token, the solo token. You have to have unfrozen tokens to bid on it. But I've watched some people win, like round 8 was one with 6 souls, but there was nothing in there, so I don't know what that's all about. But here's the thing, come to my dividend report, and I've been getting steady divs on this one. I was gonna get this one up to 10. I took some losses on it, so I just stopped and I haven't got any more. I don't know if I'm gonna bid any more on this one or not. I don't know that I'm gonna mine this one anymore or not, but I would figure at least talk about it. It's out there. And it's interesting. I mean, they are making some moves with Solo Link, and I guess they've had another product on. They are making some moves with their platform, and I guess they've had another product on IOST before this one. So I guess the devs have a track record. I didn't even know. I can't even remember how I found this one. I just stumbled onto it totally by accident. And so I don't know that I'm going to mine this one anymore. I may mine some more Rocket games because I think that's the one that's the most unique and looks like there could be more to it. I don't really know that Solo Link or Seventron has much else, but nobody's talking about them. They've been sleepers, and I haven't talked about them because I didn't expect them to last at all. But look, here they go. I mean, that's as steady as it gets right there. That's more than 10 Tron a day. Maybe I'll try to get Solo Link to 10 Tron a day. I don't know. Or maybe I'll mine some more rockets slowly over time and see if I I like this game. See if I can mine it a little more, and who knows, maybe I can get to where's it at? Maybe I can get to a million dividends. We'll see. And in the meantime, just to say this, I have been buying a little bit of Wink tokens. I got a buy order now for Wink. Mine just a little bit of dice, and I'm just going to keep doing that over time, a little by little. But those are 3 dApps that are underrated that nobody's talking about. We got Rocket Game, link down in the description. Seventron, link down in the description. Solo Link. I did tell my email list. There's a Crypto Passive Profits newsletter. I did tell my newsletter about my email list newsletter about Rocket Game first, and I can't remember. I may have sent them an email about Seventron. I cannot remember. But typically, I oftentimes will get. I shouldn't say typically, but I'll oftentimes give those that are subscribed to the newsletter a heads up first. So if you want to be one of the first to know about some of the upcoming content that I have on my channel, in fact, there's a dApp right now that I mentioned to my email subscribers that I've not actually mentioned publicly yet. The video is still unlisted on YouTube, and I thought I was going to make it public, but I really haven't. And it's a slow dApp, but it's grinding over there in the background. I'm super happy with that one as well. Maybe I'll talk about that on a future channel. I don't know. Stay tuned. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you like talking about passive cryptocurrency. If you love cryptocurrency, if you love gaming projects in the cryptocurrency space, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up and make certain you hit that bell notification icon because you never know when I'm going to put up another video. Thank you for watching.